Hi, this is Justin Aquilante, ESA Sales Director, here today with Michael Kleinberg, Director, Energy Storage Advisory, Energy Systems, DNV. Michael, welcome. Michael, can you tell us a little bit about DNV?
Sure. DNV is a global risk assessment, advisory, testing, and certification company. We work across energy systems, maritime, software, and business assurance. We're a company of 15,000 plus experts globally, but more importantly, we have over 750 employees working here in North America in the area of energy systems, from renewable plant diligence and owner's engineering to energy management and managing energy efficiency programs for utilities, a robust practice in electric grids, and also doing quite a bit of load research for institutions across the country.
Michael, as the leading independent engineering firm in the industry, what are some of the emerging technology trends that DNV is observing in the market?
Yeah, from our position evaluating and assessing a large fraction of all the energy storage projects that are being developed across North America, we've seen quite a bit of change over the last couple of years and even within the last 12 months. One thing I think we're all fairly aware of is, a large change in design, as we've seen systems move away from kind of ISO occupiable containers to much more modular cabinet style designs to align and kind of be factory assembled and factory certified to UL 9540. Along with those designs, we've seen a number of integrated safety measures being integrated into the cabinets and the enclosures, and also some interesting diversity in the cell suppliers. So where previous years we saw the market dominated by NMC technologies from Panasonic, Samsung, LG Chem, we've now seen quite a bit of uptake in LFP technologies, particularly from companies like CATL, which is offering their 280 amp hour ramp product, 280 amp hour rack product that a number of the integrators have been adopting and integrating into their packages. And the last thing I'll note is a significant uptake in the number of systems with liquid cooling. DNV has long been a proponent of this type of design, allowing for more even cooling across the battery cells and modules to allow for longevity and performance. And we've seen quite a bit of uptake in that type of design being adopted by a number of the integrators. So interesting things evolving in the market, along with kind of cell supply and integrated cabinet and enclosure design.
Michael, with all of these technology developments, how is DNV supporting the bankability and financing of these projects?
Yeah, this idea of giving certainty to investors has long been a staple of the industry, the renewable energy industry, which are looking for stable returns, both from a tax equity and project finance perspective. And a lot of that revolves around building up certainty on the technology itself, and then on all aspects of the development of a project. We typically interact with the industry from a diligence perspective, either in one of those two areas. So if you're an OEM or an integrator, we're typically offering a technology review or a bankability report for the product or the integrated package, in which case we're reviewing your documentation, we're reviewing the testing that has been conducted and kind of the design principles, any reliability or accelerated life testing results. Sometimes we can complement that through testing in our laboratory in Rochester, New York, which we operate on behalf of New York Best. All of that is just to build confidence that the product will last for the projected lifetime of the project, and it will perform up to the requirements of the performance guarantees, which are typically captured in some type of contract, either the PPA or the battery supply agreement. Those technology reviews or bankability reports are then typically referenced as part of an independent engineering report, which is associated with the project. So once an OEM's or integrator's product is being used in a project, that bankability report becomes part of the project diligence documentation, in which case we then layer on all the energy assessment, the civil, electrical, mechanical review, the safety assessment, other aspects that go into ensuring a project is being built up to a high degree of quality, will hit the performance guarantees over the life of the project, and ultimately that the investors will see kind of a reliable return on this particular opportunity.
Michael, safety and code compliance continue to be an important topic in the fast-growing market. How is DNV supporting integrators and developers to design and build safe energy storage projects?
Just, we see safety as the fastest kind of growing area of which folks are reaching out to DNV for support. From the integrator's perspective, we're typically coming in to support projects when new products are being developed, doing a code review or a gap review to understand how that integrated product is meeting the evolving standards that are currently being adopted. But more importantly, we typically come in when an integrator is selecting a cell technology or a module or rack, battery rack technology, and looking to integrate the UL 9540A destructive testing results into their integrated system design. So UL 9540A is now resulting in integrators having access to data such as gas release rates or gas composition rates. And then you can layer in assumptions of how much redundancy or safety do you want to plan around. For example, assuming half a rack of batteries within an enclosure is entering into thermal runaway due to either flaws in the battery cell itself or some external event, and then designing the ventilation and deflagration systems to ensure that the system will fail safe. So once you have that data from UL 9540A, DNV can come in to help with our CFD modeling to understand the ventilation requirements, our explosion modeling type analysis to understand the impacts of deflagration panel designs, and then ultimately working with the integrator and the project developer to do things like hazard mitigation analysis to understand once that product in its final form is being used in a specific site, what are some of the site, nearby exposures, for example, that start to become part of the risk equation? And how does that play into minimum approach distances or other things that first responders will want to be aware of when they go to potentially solve an issue or react to an issue that's happening at a plant? So these are the types of things that have been emerging recently in the industry, and DNV is leaning on its legacy, working in safety and risk assurance for the oil and gas industry, is bringing a lot of these risk mitigation modeling and analyses into the energy storage industry to ensure we continue to have safe projects that are built up to a reliable level and one that's economically viable for the project and not being over-designed. So appreciate that question.
Michael, where can we go to learn more about DNV?
Yes, if you're a developer, an integrator, an investor, or other interested party, a utility or an off-taker, if you're interested in looking for support from DNV experts in energy storage and renewable project development, you can find us at dnv.com/energy storage. At that site, you'll find a lot of information about our services and some thought leadership pieces and other kind of industry services that we provide. And you can also click a contact us button and be directed directly to me or one of my colleagues to respond to your inquiry. I look forward to hearing from you.
Michael, thank you for joining us today. Energy storage systems are evolving and DNV is at the forefront. Your assistance in helping projects get financed and helping projects meet emerging codes and safety requirements is a true value add to your customers. Thank you again for your time, and we look forward to connecting with you again soon.
Great. Yeah, thanks, Justin, and thanks to the ESA for all you do for the industry. Appreciate it.